All right, hello everyone. Welcome to the Book Graveyard Vintage Genre Fiction channel. We have our April book haul. We got a ton of stuff in. Once again, I always feel like it's going to be the last of the big hauls, but every month it's a big haul. So let's start off here. We had a bunch of stuff sent to us. This little group here is from Mark, from Mr. Glockensig here on YouTube. And for some reason, he's sending me Gothic books. Why does Mark have Gothic books? We don't know. We don't ask, we just appreciate. So we got Mary Ellen Barrett, Castle Ugly, a superb novel of love, infidelity, and murder. You guys like those colors there? Is that a little beach setting, little beach Gothic romance? You know we're in. Here's a classic old mystery, George Harmon Coates, The Lady is Afraid. I don't think that's necessarily a Gothic. I don't think that the Gothic suspense existed when this was printed. So probably a mystery. I think I read a different George Harmon Coates. I don't remember. I do have some other books by him. And he's definitely of that era, the mystery era of the 40s and 50s. And then I got a Dorothy Daniels, The Leland Legacy. This is definitely a little Gothic there. Beautiful blues and purples. Blues and purples, Gothics. Nice. Thank you. Thank you, Mark. Thank you, Mr. Glockensig. All right, this next one is from Ollie. Send me this nice little card. Look at that. Once again, like I said in the last haul, when the bookkeeper sent me books, she sent a nice little postcard. I need to do stuff like this, but I don't. So yeah, Criminali had posted a bunch of the new English library books, and I was like, oh man, I would love to even just have one of those. And he had a bunch of them. And he said, and he messaged me on Instagram. He said, you know what? I got an extra. I'm going to send it to you, buddy. I said, oh my God, Ollie, you're too kind. So look at that. A new English library, the Biker's Exploitation, the Guardian Angels. Oh my God, it's so good. And listen to this blurb, because I guarantee that this is inspired by Altamont. Let's hold it up so you can see the cover while I'm reading. A giant rock group tour is being planned with top names from the United States, and security is the big problem with the promoters. How can they avoid appalling violence from rioting fans without jeopardizing the lives of the security guards themselves? The Hells Angels seem the answer, and Jerry Vincent's last heroes emerged from their Welsh retreat to do the honors. But the American groups have organized their own protection, an American chapter. The inevitable rivalry and ill feeling is only averted when they were faced with a new threat, the satined and scented skulls. Oh, I had that glare on there the whole time? Oh, that's nice. It's blue and black. It's hard to read. So it sounds like it's Altamont, and then they were like, but what if it was Altamont, but there was another biker gang thrown in the mix? Holy shit, that's awesome. If you don't know about Altamont, look it up. Rolling Stones hired the Hells Angels to do their version of Woodstock. They made a whole new Woodstock after it happened because they were bummed that they missed it. It was in Altamont, California. And they hired the Hells Angels to do security, and they straight up murdered somebody. It's in the movie. Anyway, so this next one is from Deb. We recently sent Deb some books, and she said, well, what do you want? And she knows that I like the skeezy, sleazy stuff. And she said, hey, look at this book I found. And so she bought it and sent it to me. Thank you, Deb. Australian Sleaze. Look at that. There's no way I would ever find this book here in the States. The publisher is Stag Modern Novels. Can you get a gander at that logo there? Is that the camera? No, there's the camera. There you go. Above All Desire. The startling story of a beautiful... reading today. The startling story of a beautiful woman's insatiable emotions and blind passions by Tom Phillips. Very cool. Thank you, Deb. And then I got another Another book sent to me. This is from a friend on Instagram. Their account is called UsuallyMikey. He just goes by Mike. Usually. So funny. But he heard me mention that I never find the John Brunner spy novels, and he said that he had one, and he's going to send it to me. And there we go. So we have another John Brunner spy novel. How exciting. Sci-fi author John Brunner.
I'm not a science fiction writer, quotes on and off. I'm a writer.
Writing spy fiction. A summer hitchhike across Europe turns into a nightmare of horror and fear. That is tight. Thank you, Mike. Where are we at? This is going to be chaotic. Nothing is in order. All right, so I got a package from Bob Dice from Men's Adventure Quarterly, Men's Adventure Library, menspulpmags.com. And you might have seen, I already did the flip through of this one, the brand new Gil Cohen Inside Out. Gil Cohen did the cover art for the Executioner series and lots of paperbacks, action, and this is his Men's Adventure stuff. I'm going to open it and show you again like I didn't just show you in the flip through. This is now available, menspulpmags.com. And you can get a signed edition if you get it from New Texture. So Gil Cohen is still alive, and Wyatt, fellow editor, he runs New Texture, and he's getting some signed editions. So if you want to sign one from Gil Cohen, go hit up New Texture. They also sent me George Gross covered. George Gross is a cover artist from Men's Adventure magazines, but also into the pulps and into the paperbacks. Look at that high octane action. Crocodiles. We'll probably, we'll do a flip through here. Oh, look, there's some of the animals attack. Lobsters. Oh, we're not showing that one. That poor monkey. That poor monkey. So there you go. Beautiful covers. So those are all George Gross artwork. I think George Gross did in our top 10 pulp video, he was number 10 with the fight stories. George Gross did that one. And then we got another of the Samson Pollen books. So there's 3 of these. We have 2 of them now. There's Pollen in print. Beautiful Samson Pollen. Once again, another Men's Adventure magazine artist. And this... so there we go. Beautiful original black and whites. And then we got some color. Just randomly flipping. I don't know what's showing there. Cabooses. Ladies' cabooses. They're washing clothes. So yeah, there you go. Samson Pollen. Well, I'll hold that up for a little longer. Samson Pollen you might also recognize as the name who does the Hawk covers, which we mention all the time. The Hawk series, the Men's Adventure Hawk series. He does the cover art. And right here we got the Ron Lesser, the second edition. Or not second edition, the volume 2. Ron Lesser volume 2. So all art books. There we go. Oh, look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful stuff. And these are all available on menspulpmags.com right now. Whoosh. Oh yeah. There's a giant stack for you. Our good friend King Allen, who of course will be coming up later, he sent us a ton of books. He sent me a link to someone who was selling their collection, and it was all horror. It was all 80s horror. It was Sam, so Sam from Facebook. That's where I got it. I don't know if he wants me to say his whole name or say his name at all. But so this is where I got these. They're all very affordable for what they are. So we got a big old stack of paperbacks from hell. There we go. The Nightwalker, Thomas Tessier. I like that. I like that cover. Like I've said before, I love images coming out of the black background. I think it just really pops. It looks creepy. It allows your mind to fill in the gaps. It's got the blood shooting out, that red and blue, and the black, solid black. Tight. Then we got some Native American here. The Shaman, Frank Coffey. That's beautiful. I picked some of these. My wife picked some of these. These two so far have been mine. I really like the Native American stuff. It's a beautiful cover, embossed, the gold embossed Shaman. I don't know much else about it. Speaking of embossed, look at that. There's the totem, David Morrell, author of the what became the Rambo movies. I'm drawing a blank now. Of course I am, because the video is running. So there we go. Red, shiny. I love that. Giant, fuck. What are they called? The knives. Bowie knife. Giant Bowie knife. No, that might just be, yeah, that's, I don't know, whatever. Anyway, there we go. David Morrell, The Totem, another Native American horror story. This one was my wife's, The Vampire Memoirs. She's been very into the vampire stuff lately. This is a fatty. I got this Ruby Jean Jensen. Is it, yeah, that's a zebra. Zebra, Ruby Jean Jensen, Home Sweet Home. Yeah, it's got that tear there, but I don't mind. I don't mind at all. Her books are hard to come by, and when you do, they're usually overpriced. And that was not. I got another one. The Haunting. Ruby Jean. So it looks like it's from the 90s. We still got the embossed font, killer artwork. Though you can definitely tell it's the 90s, it's going a little bit lower. No, you know what? That's awesome. It's not there yet. It's not starting to dim. The bulbs aren't starting to dim yet. That's a beautiful cover. This one is obviously my wife's, Devil Worshippers. I think this is a short story collection. Yes. So, short stories from Robert Bloch, Anthony Bucher, Isaac Asimov, August Derleth, Manly Wade Wellman, Chelsea Quinn Yarbo. I think the Manly Wade Wellman is the School of the Unspeakable, which we'd covered in our Weird Tales review video. I had the original Weird Tales for that. Was first published. Then we got The Piercing by John Coyne. That was my wife's. She likes all things Satan and witchy and evil. She's a little of all of that. Blood Moon. She picked this one. She also enjoys the moon. Look at the moon. Look at the moon, guys. It's a blood moon. This is the legend. Look at that. Legend of the Wendigo. So there we go. Another Native American one that she happened to pick. I think it was more about the moon for her, but I'm intrigued. I'm not intrigued about the page count, though. Good Lord. 349. We got the Death Stone. We had the part 1. I believe it was the brownstone, right? Step back. How about I don't cover it? How about I get the glare out of there? There we go. Dana Reed, Hellboard. Little Ouija action. Actually, it's pronounced Ouija. Witchboard. You guys know Witchboard, the movie, right? Actually, it's pronounced Ouija. It means yes, yes. Do you know how they got that name? They asked the Ouija what it wanted to be called. It was the first thing they did when they invented it. What do you want to be called? And it said Ja and Oui. French and German. Yes, yes. Pretty stupid story, huh? I would have done it again. Came up with something cooler. Letters from the Dead, Campbell Black. I believe Campbell Black wrote the Indiana Jones novelizations. I don't know if he wrote all of them. I can't remember off the top of my head, but I'm pretty sure that he wrote the Temple of Doom, for sure. We like that. Letters of the Dead. Well, look at this quote. Black writes much better than King or Straub. Village Voice. I guess we'll find out. We got Witch Hunt. This witch lady's on fire. Kind of looks like a comic book. Who's this by? Devin O'Bronigan. Surrounded by the darkest evil, she was a woman possessed. That's my wife's book. Then here's mine. Gary Brandner, The Howling number 3. We read The Howling number 2 and loved it. I think there's a review here somewhere. Maybe on the blog only. I love the movies. This has nothing to do with the movie. Marsupial? That's number 3, right? The marsupial one. Yeah, that movie was cool at the beginning, and then they just, I don't know where it went. It was not good. Stay. All right, next up, I got a surprise package from my friend Scott from the Lighting the Pipes podcast. I was just on their episode. It was a couple episodes ago, and we discussed John Dixon Carr, He Who Whispers. And it was a lot of fun. I love hanging out with those guys. If you don't know, Lighting the Pipes, they're only in the podcast world. They're not on YouTube. They talk classic mystery, and they do some spy stuff. And they're very intellectual, academic, but they also got dirty mouths and cuss. It's lots of fun. So Scott sent me this box of books. The House in Lordship Lane, A.E.W. Mason, haunted detective story. And Scott's in Scotland. So these are all UK editions. Because he knows it. He knows I love it. Send me a wonderful letter, something else that I don't do. I'm so terrible at correspondence. I know. I need to up my game. He sent me a Judge D, The Monkey and the Tiger, Robert Van Gulik, and it's a panther. Man, that is so cool. I think this might be, maybe this is my second Judge D panther. I think. I don't know. Not everything is still not in order. Still got to build those shelves. Maybe sometime in the next decade it will happen. Vardis Fisher, Darkness and the Deep. Knowing only naked lust and fear, they lived by their dark and brutal passions. Dramatic. What's going on there? Some kind of Cro-Magnon world. I don't know. The New Exploits of Sherlock Holmes. Adrian Conan Doyle and John Dixon Carr. I think Josh mentioned this. Josh mentioned this book in the Fast Facts on the episode, the John Dixon Carr episode. So there it is. It's the ace. Yeah, that's cool. Dr. Watson rides again, smooth as ever. Then I got an Agatha Christie, Murder in Mesopotamia. Pan. Gorgeous. Gorgeous classic mystery books. This is the kind of stuff that they talk about on their podcast. Should definitely go hunt it down. It's good stuff. Where are we at? Let's do these little piles. These two I found at Second and Charles, which is a used bookstore chain. I think it's owned by Books and Company or Books A Million or whatever it's called now. And I usually don't go there because I usually never find anything. That's definitely not a great store. But it does sell used books. So that's cool. I mean, why am I shitting on it? It's a bookstore. It's awesome. It's great. I'm sorry that I said it's not a great store. It's cool. It's fine. Whatever. Anyway, found this for 50 cents. Blue Moon. Look at that. Look at that foxy cover. Sometimes a woman's best friend can be a .357 Magnum. Starring A.B. Gordon. Intimate. New. Private Eye. That's worth 50 cents, right? I think I just don't like Second Charles because I just never find anything. And their sections are... I don't know. They're not good. And then I found this Stalag, Texas. John Lee. Escaped Nazi POWs are marching across Texas to destroy the world's first atomic bomb. What the hell is going on there? Does that make sense? The Nazis are in Texas and they're going to save the world from an atomic bomb. I don't know. So I thought that was interesting. But yeah, Second and Charles, they had a horror section, and they always have lots of new stuff. I think the reason I don't like it is because they don't have a lot of stuff that I like. They don't have a lot of this stuff. But usually they have a bunch of new stuff, and they had a horror section, and then we went in there, and it was replaced with a romantasy section. And we looked all over for the horror, and we're like, what happened to it? And I think it just got put into the regular fiction section. Like, it doesn't even get its own area anymore. That just seems wrong. And that romantasy is more of a genre now than horror. Like, get the hell out of here. And then they had Lord of the Rings in the romantasy section. So maybe my criticisms at the beginning were warranted. This next group of books is from Half Price Books, but we went to a different Half Price Books. We drove down to Cincinnati and went to one that we'd never been to before. They had a lot of cool stuff because I haven't been pillaging it every weekend like the one near me. So here we go. Look at this Drifters book. This is published by Collier, and it's the story of the Drifters, who were like a doo-wop band before like the Motown and stuff. This was the R&B, and it talks about the Flamingos, which I absolutely love. I love the Flamingos, the Dells, the Platters, the Midnighters. I'm excited. I really like this era of music, so I was excited to find this. And we got Peter Saxon, The Darkest Night, a 5-star paperback. The darkest night when the devotees of Kali made their unholy puja. So it's a cult. This is also a UK book. So is 5-star the publisher? I don't know. I don't know anything about this. Who's out there? Steve Nagan, are you listening? What is 5-star? Yeah, it just says that's it. I guess it's just called 5-star publishing. I don't know. Maybe all they did was put out occult books. Oh, that stack's gonna fall. Got this very Indiana Jones looking Rob McGregor Crystal Skull. I mean, I don't think it's not the same plot as the Indiana Jones Crystal Skull, but it's definitely adventurous. An ancient Mayan myth could lead Florida PI Nicholas Pierce to the secret of immortality if it doesn't kill him first. Look at that cover. That's exciting, right? Adventure, action, crime, private investigation, mystery, all of it. It's all wrapped into one, hopefully. So it came home with us. Look at this spooky Gothic I got. The Vampire Curse by Dioma Winston. Think there's really vampires in it? I'm sure she meets a man. He seems weird. Maybe he's a vampire. I'm sure it's insinuated that he is. She hears stories. Tina Halliday knows vampires don't exist until she discovers that the man she is about to marry has the vampire curse. Eric, are you listening? We're doing the Vampire Curse. Next guide to Gothics. Maybe. This one is not a Gothic, but it kind of looks like one. Ursula Curtis, The Deadly Climate. I think this is just an old suspense book. I like it. Old thriller, old suspense. Oh yeah, it says it's a pure thriller on the back. And it has the word suspense too. I know what I'm talking about. See? See, guys? I'm not just making stuff up as I go. Oh, this one cracked me up. Oh, and it's a major book. So it's not only is it major, but look at this Western with this decapitated head. It almost looks like it's superimposed on it. Like it's someone cut it out of a magazine and taped it to it. But it's on there. That is on there. Bounty Man Kildone. Bounty Man Kildune. Robert Eagle. Cover alone is worth it. But it's cool too. I wonder if it's really violent. I mean, how could it not be with that cover? And he's a bounty man. I got a Chester Himes book for $5. A Rage in Harlem. You never find Chester Himes books, and you never find them for $5. This is not Gravedigger Jones and Coffin Ed Johnson. This is something that is unrelated. I'm sure it's still awesome. At least I don't think it is. I don't see their names on there, so. Rage in Harlem, beautiful. Escape from Devil's Island. Devil's Island! Little Megadeth for you. You guys like that? This is by Peter McCurtain. Yeah, I read that Mafia book I read was by Peter McCurtain. I forget. Is that his real name? I don't remember now. Nice. I love it. We got Caroline Farr, Castle of Terror. She unleashed an ancient evil which threatened to destroy her. Beautiful. Dark purple. The dawn is setting over this old castle with the one light on. She's got her pajamas on and her robe, out running away from what? We don't know yet. I knocked over the pile. Then I got a Phyllis A. Whitney, Secret of the Emerald Star. Brooding mystery surrounds the sinister mansion. Do we have multiple lights on? Yeah. Does that mean it's not a Gothic? Is it a mystery? Multiple lights in the old house means not a Gothic, right? According to the Gothic litmus test. Phyllis A. Whitney does write a lot of Gothics. All right, now we got... Let's do Alan's box and then the bookery last. So can you hear me? So Alan sent us this giant box. Well, it's mostly mine. I mean, it's all mine, but let's take a little gander. I don't know. He gets crazy sometimes. Oof. Ah, damn it. Every book just fell over. Every stack. He sent us 2 hardcovers. I think he just said that this was funny. They Call Me Supermensch. A backstage pass to the amazing worlds of film, food, and rock and roll by Shep Gordon. It looked interesting. This guy knows bands and hung out with them. Here he is playing golf with Steven Tyler. Willie Nelson, the original Alice Cooper band. Inducted in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Superbench. We got this hardcover of The Ruins, a novel by Scott Smith. Sometimes I don't know if Alan is purposely sending me these books or if he's just grabbing stuff and sending them. I don't know anything about this. It looks newer. Maybe it was for my wife. Maybe he read it and loved it. I just I don't know. This is from 2006. So the rest of these are Gothic books. So if you're not into the Gothics, you can just skip ahead. And oddly enough, they're all zebra Gothics, which I just don't ever find. So let's see if we can't make our way through there. Look at that reflective title, River's Bend. Oh man, how am I going to stack these up? There's piles everywhere. Nina Combs Picari, The Lost Duchess of Grey Dawn Castle. So this is all like 90s Gothic. This is like the end. This is the end of the era. Zebra was keeping it alive. They're much fatter than the books that we usually cover, and of a different era. Island of Lost Rubies. The Swirling Mists of Cornwall. I see, I don't even know any of these authors' names. I don't recognize any of them. That's some terrified running right there. She's really scared. Shadow of the Cat. She doesn't seem to be in too much of a hurry, though. So I wonder if these later Gothics have more supernatural elements. Do they have more romance? Did they lean into the romance? Did they lean into the supernatural? Maybe they're more violent. Maybe they're more mystery. I don't know. We're going to find out. Oh my goodness, there's a ton of them. Barbara Michaels. That's a name I recognize. Black Rainbow. I don't think that's not a Gothic. That's why I recognize. It doesn't make sense why I do it. Dorothy Eden, Lady of Mallow, is a little older one. Man, I got like tons of Gothic books now. People keep sending them to me. The Black Wind of Penrose Island, Kate Frederick. Mystery of the Haunted Pool. It's by Phyllis A. Whitney. It looks like a kid's... Oh, it is. It's Scholastic. So, I don't think it's a Gothic. It's probably a mystery. Mistress of Moontide Manor. Look at this one's got a... carousel. Right? What are those things called? It's carousel, right? Wonder Wheel. It's a Wonder Wheel. Siege in the Sun, Dorothy Eden. This looks more like a historical romance. What am I going to do with all these Gothics? Oh, here's a Sleazy book. Maiden, Cynthia Buchanan. At 30, Fortune Dundee was still a virgin, and above all, she wanted not to be. Thank you, Alan. He's mixed in some sleaze there for me. Published by Pocket. Oh, it has a picture of Cynthia on the back. I don't know how sleazy that is. It sure looks sleazy, though. Bride of Hatfield Castle. Oh, these zebras, they're so fat. Why would you do this to us? This is like the era of the fat book. The Midnight Heather of Bride Castle, Beverly C. Warren. Beverly. That's a Gothic writer right there. Beverly. Beverly, what do you do for a living? I write Gothics. Darkness at Morningstar, Joyce C. Ware. Mary Roberts Reinhardt, The Bat. We have many editions of The Bat. I don't think I have that one, so there's another one. Daphne de Maurier, Jamaica Inn. That's a historical romance. A masterpiece of romance and adventure. You think it delivers on the adventure like I want it to? Or is it adventure light? The Wailing Winds of June Abbey. I like this wintry. I like that wintry setting there. Peggy. Peggy Darty. Victoria Holt, Lord of the Far Island. Another historical romance. I don't know about the historical romances. I guess we'll have to... Damn it, there goes another pile. Dorothy Eden, The House on Hay Hill. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about the historical romance. We'll have to read one. Maybe it'll be enjoyable. I don't know. History isn't really my thing. And neither is romance. Unless it's sleazy. The Witch of Blackbird Pond. I think I might have this one already. That's the classic. It's the good length. Midnight Harris. Oh, good. The neighbors are home. It's good. The neighbors are home and yelling outside the window. Mirror of Darkness. Hopefully the fake jazz will cover it up. Maybe we'll put something more bopping right there. Moon over Black Bayou. Sharon Wagner. That sounds pretty cool. There's definitely some ones that I would attack first. Daphne Demure. House on the Strand. I know. I'm mispronouncing it. Demure. I don't know. And then they got two of the Will Be Aaron's assignments. So this was after Edward S. Aarons died. I think I might have one of these. I don't know. I'm not sure. All right, and then the last up is the Bookery. All right, well, these are my wife's little comics, comic action, House of Mystery. It's taking away their faces. Another House of Mystery, The Wax Demons. Great covers on these. And she got an Eerie. I'm not going to say why she got it. I messed up the last time when I said it was the Mexican Dracula, and it was not. It's the later era Mexican vampire. I blew it. So there we go. There's her Eerie. And then she picked up this Wizards and Warlocks book. I'm pretty sure we already had it, but she said we didn't. So we got it. Maybe we got it again. It's an anthology. It's got the Block, Robert Block. I don't know. It doesn't have anything else. Who's in it? We're not opening it. Don't fall. Then I got this paperback, Surgeon in Peril. It was like, looks like an action book with a men's adventure book with a doctor. Just thought it looked different. I think it has the Eastern setting. Where are they? Yeah, they're in India. Yeah, look at that excitement going on in the background. Cage of Darkness. This is a juvenile delinquent book. It takes place in Paris. Easy. And then I got these pulps. So first is the Railroad magazine. I was hoping that there was going to be like railroad fiction in it, and I read some of it, and it's not. It's just for people who love the railroad. So it has all this terminology and inside information that it's like a foreign language to me. But anyway, it's cool. It's $5. It has a cool cover. I don't know. I didn't read everything in there, so maybe there is a little bit of fiction. But everything that I saw was just... It was almost like railroad propaganda, actually. And I got this Argosy. It's a $10 Argosy. It looked like just a classic old adventure story. I like the guys on the cards. think that's a cool setup. It's intriguing. Makes them look like criminals, even though the guy's a cop. Maybe he's a crooked cop. Who knows? What are they doing here? Going down the river. He's got his gun. One guy's paddling. The Ace of Emeralds. I just like the way that sounds. Very nice. It's from 1937. Is it Edgar Rice Burroughs? 7 Worlds to Conquer. But it's a serial. It's part 4 of 6. And then finally, I got this Action Stories. $35. Beautiful cover there. I thought it was a pirate story. I thought they were pirates, but it's a western. There's lots of westerns in here. It's from 1943. Just looked exciting. Looked action-packed. And there we go. There's our haul for April. And that's all I got. I'm tired of talking. I'll see you later.